Let's see if that improves things. There we go. Alright, let's hit that button. Stop the echo. Hi guys. I'll repeat what I just said because obviously I fluffed it. Didn't have the audio on. Apologies for that. It's myself, Dino, and with me is Ian.
Okay.
There he is. Playing a little bit of Insurgency with Andy, who can't hear you at the moment. We're going to just have a bit of a kill and chill stream. We're going to chat some, well, probably bollocks to be perfectly honest. Discuss some of the channels, some of the stuff we're looking at. And while we're doing that, we're going to try and not get shot in game. So, without any further to do, oh, and I haven't got the game selected, so I'm doing really well today, people. This is what happens when I have a day off from work. I just do a bit of holiday, I chill out, I play a little bit of games, I watch a film, you know, I try to find out what all the fuss is about certain films, and yeah, it's been a strange week or two. That's what it is. Right, what are we doing? D. Right, let's get up to D. Come over here, we're going to plant ourselves here, there we go. Oh, someone's just tried to give me a haircut, there we go. Nice. So one of the things we were describing, as some of you can see, I am actually wearing a yellow t-shirt today if you're watching stream. As some of you can see, it is kind of gone see-through. The light doesn't actually help and actually does send it see-through, which is going to make me look a little bit weird, but, you know, it is what it is, guys. Just means I haven't got the green screen set correctly, but screw it, it's a laugh, isn't it, really?
Yeah, no matter.
So yeah, we're just discussing a few little plans we've got coming up, a few little things we're changing, so looking at doing some reviews on Wednesdays. Live reviews and gameplay, I should say live gameplay followed by a review. So the idea is to do an hour gameplay, review it at the end of the hour, and see how we feel. See if we'd recommend the game, if we wouldn't recommend the game, and where we get to. So yeah, pitfalls, downfalls, good things, bad things, the usual stuff. So that's the plan for that one. We may move the maybe moving the Friday night stuff that we do, the Tuesday night Stardew to Friday, potentially. Got to work out the logistics of that, and if it's going to cause me any problems. I don't think it will, but we need to make sure. Housing work downstairs is nearly completed, so that's good. Don't know where that was coming from, getting shot at.
He's just outside.
Nice. Thank you for shooting him. So one of the other things we've actually changed is currently down the stairs where I am, down the stairs just behind my room, there is now a curtain. And of all things, a simple curtain that was put there has actually stopped the majority of the sound from my room going down the stairwell. Now, I could have closed the door to my room, however that just causes everything to just heat up. There's nowhere for any air to go. Open the back and front window and get an air blow through, try to get some fresh air going on, that sort of thing. And yeah, can't do that if the door's shut. So yeah, it's a nice little change. It's actually been the biggest complaint from them there people downstairs that we allowed. So I have got a new little toy which I may have to change. Oh, you get him?
Just appeared in the floor.
Nice. So one of the things you guys may have noticed is that every now and then I'm not wearing headphones. Normally I would be. I'm not at the moment because it is so frigging humid. All I've ended up with is basically sweaty lug holes, for want of a better way of putting it, which has been driving me steadily insane. So, yeah. But what I have got now to try and help resolve some of this, I should quickly show it on screen, you guys, is one of these, which is a Maker Heart mic, just mic 4. Lovely bit of kit. Allows multiple inputs. Allows 48 volt. If you want to use phantom inputs, you can use phantom inputs for microphones. You can use zero inputs, which would be what you use from PCs, which is what I'm doing. Or you could use, I don't know, I've got something going on with my PC. What's going on? Something has just updated, I think. I say that because I lost all control for a moment and then heard that familiar ding, which is always an annoyance. So yeah, does allow me to do some major changes in. I can't actually play this. What the hell? Well, that's kind of saves me from playing it. Now let's go and find out what the fuck is actually using up all the memory.
Yeah.
Something I've just literally. Right, Kerbal's decided that it needs to do an update. That's nice of it. But it's not actually doing it yet. Let's get rid of some of these that are open then. Got something that's doing something weird. We'll just close all this down.
Yeah.
Empty it out. We don't need it. Don't want it. Don't. Just don't care. Let's see what else we've got active. Anything else with updates? So the only thing I've got open is Steam. That does have an update. Come on. There we are. Right. Now we've got control back. Not as jumpy. There we go, people. There we go. You've taken 2 casualties. In your face. You dead?
Yep.
Okay. Where were you?
Through that. Around the website you are, but around that corner.
What, around this corner?
Yeah.
Okay.
Around that dude lied down on the floor to try to shoot. He's sneaky.
Fair play, fair play.
Bit off a bit faster.
Right, that's one down. And he's used to that one being there.
Yeah.
I've seen one.
Okay, we're
We'll see.
hotel.
I'll go down here, be a bit sneaky. Cheeky and sneaky. There's Ian's body.
Yeah.
Annoyingly, all your flame grenades have disappeared, so I can't pick them up. Yeah, I've had been fiddling with some of it, trying to sort some of it out. I've now got myself sorted out. I can actually have some mini headphones, which would probably help the stream out a little bit.
Yeah.
Bit like that. Unfortunately, I did break them a while ago. I do need to fix them at some point, but that is something for in the future. And me being me, I now can't find the off button to the main speakers. That is very, very loud for me. That's kind of better. Only kinda, but you know, kinda's better than nothing.
Exactly.
So yeah, a few little plans, a few little ideas coming out. Do some reviews on the Wednesday. See what you guys think of that. If there's games you want us to play, let us know. I mean, yeah, we'll play nearly anything. We're like that. Do check out the IanXPS gaming channel, which is Ian's channel, who's with us. I think you're going through a couple of the GTA series at the moment, aren't you?
Yeah, and Vice City
There we are. So
as well.
you want to check out a little bit of Vice City, you can go and check out a little bit of Vice City. Probably won't be a bad thing for you. I'm still searching for that controller. It should be here somewhere. Like anything else that I put down on my desk, it goes missing after about 2 seconds. Not because I've got lots of stuff on my desk, he says moving stuff, ho ho. But more because, well, for some reason I happen to be one of those people that put something down and it just, for some reason, just disappears. Yeah, I don't know why. I mean, I keep putting it back in the same place normally. I keep it in one place so I know where it is, and it just happens that for some reason it's, yeah, I don't know, maybe I've dropped it, maybe I've done something else to it. Not too sure. Yeah, no idea. Verticality.
Yeah.
A little bit of verticality. I might have a little look in it at Humble Bundle and see what Humble Bundle's got to offer itself, because they've just finished one set of one bundle. I think they're about to start another one. I think they're now doing it on Wednesdays. So, I mean, they were doing the mixed bundles on a Wednesday. I think they're now spreading it out between Mondays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. So, yeah, not a bad thing, I suppose. But, and then of course, this Friday, you have two. No, you have 1 day. You have 1.5 days, I think it is, to claim the current bundle if you want to get it, which has Grid Ultimate in. I haven't played Grid Ultimate. I do have it, but it's a 60 gig download, and I'll be honest, I can't be bothered at this point in time.
Keep your eyes peeled, guys.
The experience of Grid has been somewhat soured a little bit recently, having dealt with an issue with Codemasters. So if you are streamers and you want to do a racing game, I think you're kind of stuck with either Assetto Corsa or Project Cars or Project Cars 2 or 3, whichever you prefer. I think the third one's out, isn't it? Or is it coming out?
Oh yeah, it must be coming out.
It's either coming out or it's out, I can't remember which. Basically the outcome of it is that, yes, you can stream Grid 2 at the moment on Twitch and you have no problems. You can put it up on YouTube. However, that video, regardless of what you do, will be demonetised due to the visual content of the game. So, yeah, it doesn't matter what you do. They have copyrighted the entire game itself, the actual visuals of it. So, yeah, as a streaming as something to want to do streaming, it doesn't lend itself. Well, that's not helpful.
You shot me with a rocket.
Sounds like an excuse.
Best one I can think of.
Bullet's too good for you, obviously.
Of course, better class of person.
Oh well, yeah, I'll drink to that. I mean, you know, that,
Okay, I think
I don't know. It just left a bit of a bad taste in my mouth. Hard to really put an exact statement on it, but me and Ian were discussing it earlier. It's not like a piece of music or a movie or a TV show in my mind. I class computer games in a slightly different category because they become more of a performance piece. Because it's how good or bad we play is how the game turns out. It's, yes, it is structured, but as we were discussing, there are very few games that really exist that
we are taking Bravo.
fit the description
I got
of,
no hostiles at Bravo.
you know, a video sequence. So you got like the full motion video games. Obviously, they come into it. Visual novels, those fully support not having them, because that would detract from anyone's ability and what they've worked on and what they've put out there. You won't see it. You won't buy it because you can just watch it on YouTube or Twitch, as you guys are now. So yeah, I mean, I get that completely. But a computer game like, say, Insurgency, which we're playing, how far we get, how much the level you see, how badly we go, and what we do, is only dictated by us. It's not. There are limitations put in place, I grant, but those are limitations. They're not. It's not the it's not the performance of what we're doing. I mean, from the technicality point of view of what they've done, if you use it in a format it wasn't designed for, so if you're a if you hack the game, change the game slightly, or if you are a speedrunner and you find glitches, those glitches aren't going to be there. I doubt those glitches were actually put there for someone to actually find or use. They're just they're a glitch. They are an accidental thing. I think that if you started showing those, technically it's not what they intended. So I don't know. I mean, I'm by no means a copyright lawyer. Just a guy that's trying to run a Twitch channel with YouTube in the background and finding some very odd well, it's just odd things that are going on at the moment. So it seems to be, it seems to be a bit odd. You can so as an example, strangely enough, the Mac sound, it goes ba-da, it just goes up. That is actually copyrighted.
Yeah.
Which, whoever came up with the sound owns copyright. If they've put it out for Mac to use, fair enough. Or if Mac came up with it, fair enough.
Using it incendiary.
I get it. It's but it's a sound. It's a single sound. We were saying, we were discussing this earlier, me and Ian, and I was like, well, at some point, we could get to the point where a logo maker goes, oh, well, Monster Energy drinks, Red Bull, or Microsoft, or any group in the world could go, there's a logo in that game on a billboard. There's a logo that is on this bit in a bit of paper. So like Resident Evil has the Umbrella Corporation. If someone were to use or has a logo that looks like it and they use it every day and it's their company, in the way that some of it seems to work, the visual copyright would allow them to actually take your video and demonetize it for use of a logo. which I think to some degrees is a bit harsh. You know, if it's something that's shown on screen for half a second, I find that, you know, we're going to demonetize the entire video because it's on there for half a second. Why? You know, I can understand if you went, well, the video was 5 minutes long, it's there for 30 seconds, that's 1/8 of the video. Okay. You lose 1/8 of your monetization, or, you know. I mean, I get it, I do get it.
Oh my god.
The interesting thing with it is, though, that they won't split it out for you as a YouTuber or creator. You don't get it split out, but they do split it out for music things. So if, we put it's probably about 1.5 years ago, I put up a Beat Saber. I put loads of Beat Saber videos up, quite a few of them in 3D so people could see them. I think of which only one of them was the original song that came with Beat Saber, the rest of them are mods. And, you know, fully knew that it's very clear cut, someone's made a song that is listenable. Its entire purpose is to be listened to as a bit of music. So I fully knew that it was going to get a license, you know, a copyright notification on it.
Alright, we're taking Fox.
I'm not saying strike, I'm not saying that, I'm saying a notification. Which is, you know, markedly different. It is you're using our content, and I fully well was. 100% definitely was. It was unedited in terms of what the audio was, because it was the song. The only bit we added to it was the fact that there was someone playing Beat Saber. Which is fair, you know. At the time I was like, well, that's fair enough, you know. And because you could put that, if you couldn't find the original, you could just put put our video on, you know. They deserve to get the money from it because the guy made the music, or well, I say that the people made the music.
Yeah.
Definitely deserve to get the money from it because it is in the entertainment form it is supposed to be. The bit I found interesting on that though was, I think it was, we had EMI on, I think I had an EMI track on there. I had it was I can't remember who the other ones were. I think we had like Taylor Swift, I think was on one of them because someone asked for it. We had Ghostbusters, which is Ray Parker Jr. And we had Red Light Roses, which was I can't remember her name now. Apologies, lady. I know who it is. I just can't think of the name, which is really annoying. It's frustrating as hell. But all of those are registered pieces of music. All we've added is effectively what could be described as almost like a dance tutorial in Beat Saber, really. An upper body dance tutorial that is just slicing the blades in Beat Saber. Which, you know, not a surprise, but the bit I'm getting to in a very roundabout way, apologies people, the bit I'm getting to is the fact that all three of them were in one 15-minute video. Each one of them got a monetization request on the video, with the exception of one who requested it be removed, and it auto blanked out their music. So, to be a friendly person, I won't mention which one of the three it was. It might actually be a fourth song, I can't remember. But I split the videos up, but at the time, the two that were on there that wanted money from the thing actually got money. You know, it got demonetized. YouTube got the money. The end copyright owners for the music were getting the money as well. Any money that would come from it. And it just strikes me that if you can do it for two companies that are going, that's our stuff, why can't you pull out the bit that isn't theirs? If you see what I mean. So I just think it's a little bit mad. You can have someone walks past in a on-street video with the music playing on a camera phone, and it being that one bit where they find something or they do something, and you've now got no choice but to either wipe out even what people are saying, or
I'm going to call time.
no worries, Andrew, or get demonetized for a whole video for what could be a 5-second clip that you have no control of because you're in public. I mean, that has a different thing to it about filming in public anyway, but yeah, it's that sort of... I have questions for it, and unfortunately there is no one to ask these questions to and say that, why is it you can do it for one group but you can't do it for another group?
Yeah.
You know, it's... If there are 3 entities, then you go, we split it in thirds. If there are 5, you split it in... You know, give the creators something, is what I'm saying. But I suppose there is that other set of creators, which I don't quite understand at the moment. I'm not sure how that's come about. But there is a group of creators on Twitch who seem to solely sit there and basically do what could be classed as like a radio DJing.
Yeah.
I mean, it's much more interactive than present radio DJing, because they're doing it to a Twitch stream. They're doing it to a screen. You've got inputs coming in, you've got inputs going out. Someone can send a message in through chat, like you could now. You know, they're talking to people. They're doing all that wonderful stuff that gets people interacted, gets people interested. It does things, but it doesn't. They're now getting basically demonetized on Twitch because they're playing music. It seems to be the thing that they, you know, the DJing part has demonetized them. They can no longer get the money, and in some cases I suspect they're actually going to get removed. Not because they've done anything wrong. Where's that coming from?
Not sure.
Bit of bloke over there. But as I say, I get it with movies, videos, TV shows. 100% get it, because it's a one-shot format. It doesn't, you know, there is an artist at the end of it that had to do something to produce it in the way it's produced. It had to be in a very set format. You're watching the you're watching or listening to the content in a way it was designed to be taken, the way it was designed to be consumed. And watch out, that's their fire, but a few dead people up here. I pistoled them. I have a feeling we missed one, so watch out, there may be one on the point.
I got no hostiles at Bravo.
Look good. Makes a change. Well, I mean, it's stuff like that. I look at it and I'm like, well, partly to me, it sort of says something's not quite right. I'm not, you know.
Bravo is clear, we got it.
It's not.
We've got a counterattack incoming, look out.
It's a hard one to quantify. I mean, I think I think the games manufacturers, to a degree, should get something, but then at the same time, they are, to my mind, compensated and paid for the artwork that is this game by me buying the game.
Yeah.
Yeah. As we discussed earlier, in visual novels, things like that, where on-rail shooters, anything that is so tied down that no matter what the user does, the user cannot change the outcome.
Okay, let's get a move on.
There is no way that you can change what happens between point A and point B because it's all scripted. It always happens the same way every time, 100% of the time. And I think, well, you know, that, yes, it's like a, I don't know, it's like a computer-generated movie in that sense, I suppose, but for those, I understand. Visual novels, it's always the same. Every time, 100% of the time you replay it, the story's always the same, it doesn't change. I am aware that there are some visual novel games out there, or some visual novels that give you choices. You can make a choice, you can take another path, but even that path will always end the same way 100% of the time you take that path. So it is 100% scripted. You cannot avoid it no matter what you do. Every screen is the same, every page is the same, and if you were to use the auto feature and everything, it would always run through at exactly the same speed every single time.
Yeah.
I get it. There's no content I can add to that.
Charlie has been secured.
There's
Nice,
nothing.
good job. Insurgents are trying to retake this position.
There's no performance to it. There's no change to it. So, like now, what I'm doing now. Did they intend us to do this? I assume they intended us to do something in terms of using the C4 for a trap. I've always assumed that because I can't think of any other reason for having it.
Charlie, they're taking Charlie.
Because it's a lay and wait job. It's not like the grenade or the law launcher where you fire and forget. So, am I using it the way they intended? I don't know. I honestly don't know. I mean, it's the way I think it should be used. It's the way, it's not quite the way C4 is designed to be used. It should be used to take down a building. It should be used to make a wall. Or make a hole, I should say, in a wall. You could even use it to put a trap down for a car driving down a road. I mean, this game doesn't have any moving cars, so they obviously didn't intend it for that.
It doesn't have any destructible environments either, really.
No, that's it. So,
Same.
yeah, it is a shame. I don't know if they've added that in Sandstorm.
Oh, I haven't played that for ages.
I have it, I haven't played it. Mainly because we keep coming back to this one. I'm still not too sure why. I don't know if it's clear and concise what we're doing, or I don't know if it's. Yeah, I don't know if we sort of feel safe with this game. We know what it's going to do. We know roughly how each one's going to attack. I don't know if it's something to do with that, but we seem to come back to this game quite a bit. At some point I may dig out Unreal Tournament 2004 again.
Yeah.
Ouch, I'm dead. Haven't played that in absolute ages. It would be good to play it again. Certainly with the mods we had, because we had some really crazy mods, which
Yeah.
you know put the computer players up on hard, and then just go to town basically, and just have a right old punch up. I mean, that was fun. I used to love doing that. So let's have a little look. What have we got? What's going on? Okay, so they've got our software bundle, learn Python programming, and we have Image Comics Showcase. I don't know any of these. Pardon me, I don't know any of these. Any of these books? I don't think I've read any of them. Nope. No, those ring any bells. So I may look at that at some point. I may give that a. I may put some money in towards that one. Python bits. SQL for Python. That's actually interesting. Some interesting bits of Python in there. So got a Python bundle as well. Could be good, could be bad. Right, let's go and help Ian out, or is Ian dead?
I'm dead now.
You're dead. Sorry, Ian. I was looking at Humble Bundle. Not just one, mate. I saw that prick. Where'd he go?
Alright, we're getting Foxtrot.
Guns disappeared.
Foxtrot
Fuck
under
off.
attack.
So I don't actually know if this is clear. Clear. And clear. Cool. Goes this. Down
No
here.
hostiles at Foxtrot.
Where did he drop? You know what he
Just
dropped?
taking Foxtrot.
That's a smoke grenade.
You know, speaking honestly, I thought he was just gonna fucking
Oh, well.
die.
I can go out there. Follow up like that. 1, 2, boing! Really? So where's that coming from, man? They're coming from behind. Savage. Boom. There we go. We'll do some hellos in a moment and say hello to people on stream.
Good call. Nice job.
Do that now. I've got 2 seconds. Right, it is on the stream chat at the moment. Here can we see. Apparently we have Hot Local Mum, Lurix, and Sweet Thal. Sweet Hal. Sorry, Sweet Hal. Apologies. Sort of thought there was 2 T's. Only one. So hello and welcome you guys. Hopefully you like what you're seeing. Hopefully the quality's not too bad. If there's anything up or something going on, do whack it in the chat and let us know. That's always useful. within reason, if there's a subject you want us to talk about, we will attempt to do so. There are some subjects that immediately are banned though, but I think that's the case for all YouTubers and Twitch people.
Okay, guys, we're taking a hotel. Watch it.
Half of the course, really, isn't it? I mean,
Fight's not over there, man. Turn around and come back.
alright.
I see no hostiles at hotel.
Shot a couple, that's all I've seen.
We got hotel.
So obviously not
Shit,
the
minutes are incoming. Reload and
not
get
the
ready.
longest one tonight, just a short, sharp game.
Hey, pull something off or get the fuck out of there, man. You're the last one
Where the
left.
fuck did you get hit from?
The guy out the right side of the building.
I'm stuck.
Yeah, that's one thing about it when you get stuck on the scenery or a wall.
Oh yeah, drops you up the wall.
Mm.
Okay. Where is he? Not seeing anyone.
No.
Hostiles are on hotel. They're trying to take it.
Okay, well that's just that
There
behind
are
me.
no hostiles sighted at hotel.
Did he just demo himself?
He must have stuck,
What a dick.
of course.
Hey, heads up. Hostiles are attacking hotel. Hotel's contested.
I'm assuming that's the guy that attacked you earlier.
Yeah.
Probably going to walk into a guy in a few seconds.
Oh, would you look at that?
Hey! Not too shabby, not too shabby. Not the best we've ever done, but not bad at all. I don't know who's just joined us on chat, but hello and welcome. You can see we've got a couple of viewers right now. Hopefully the stream's a bit more stable today.
Mm.
I mean, you've watched some of it, Ian. Is it a little bit less jerky than it was?
Yeah, that's right.
So it probably was that setting then.
Yeah.
Well, that's something, I suppose. That is something. So yeah. Come on, what else we had to talk about, mate? I can't remember. So many things. A few minor changes going forward, as I said earlier. Looking at doing some live reviews. So I've got an Amazon Echo, and what I intend to do is we use it as a timing system. We're set up an hour of gameplay, and then review the game that we're playing for the hour. Assuming we make it that far, of course.
Yeah.
So that's the intention coming up for hopefully the following Wednesdays. I intend to change the end streaming screen to show the changes we're putting in. So hopefully we're going to take up streaming more than once a week. Obviously this is not the normal stream. Normally on Thursdays we play, so tomorrow we will be playing Rocket League. We are in, I think it's week 15.
Yeah.
Yeah. Week 15, so looking to do that at some point as well. I'm hoping that there's a break this time between week 15 and between this season and next season.
Your team is down. You're all that's left.
can't turn far enough. Ah.
Mate.
Ah.
Yeah.
Oh, got a small portion of where I can turn the gun. I couldn't get to the right angle to steady the gun on the wall, and then hopefully shoot them. I should have just given up and run off.
Heavy insurgent presence in this area. We've been ordered to clear it.
Whoever joined us has now left.
Secure the
So,
objectives and
that's
destroy
right.
any weapon caches you
Thanks for
find.
joining.
Watch for counterattacks.
Sorry I didn't leave a message, but you know, maybe you should have left a message.
Alright, let's do this.
Leave a note of your infamy down below. Yeah, I'm not too sure what else to do at the moment, to be honest.
No.
I mean, we've got the Stardew stuff. I seem to keep restarting farms rather than actually, I'd say finishing a farm, but you know, getting somewhere with the story or getting further on. Ow.
Hey, Hustle just ended up, but watch yourself.
Didn't see that guy until I walked out. Yeah. So that's the future of that one coming on. Anything you want to say in? Anything you thought about?
Not
Heavy
really.
insurgent presence in this area. We've been ordered to clear it. Move through, secure the objectives, and destroy any weapon caches you find. Watch for counterattacks.
I don't know, I might start doing the odd little review of some of the films I've brought, some of the films I have.
Keep it tight, stay
Not
safe.
bad.
Maybe something, I mean, it's an opinion. Problem is, I can watch nearly anything, so at some point I thought the film was good / worth it. So I'd take it, you know, go on from there, really. Come on.
Yeah.
You bastard.
Smoke good, you got 'em.
Fuck.
So Ian's down, which is
Yeah.
important.
Hey, we're taking Alpha.
In truth, there are only... That's gonna go where I want it. Kinda. Where are we
Hey,
getting
we're
shot
taking
at?
Alpha. You got Hustle split you at Alpha. Look out.
What? Where?
Ah.
There. Okay. A hint would be good.
It's down the hill to your right.
Sounds a lot closer than that.
Yeah, it's down, literally down by the building. Where the other guy was, where he threw the flamer. It's down there.
Ah, right.
I'm not seeing any hostiles at Alpha.
That'll do it. I'm thinking he's down that way. I'm like, oh, that's really close. There's the little shitbag. Looking completely the wrong
Good, we
direction.
just took Alpha.
Hey!
We're coming, man. Sit tight.
Just sit up here for a second. Taking the view. I got. Just shot someone on the roof, so that's the start. Oh. Ian's getting suppressed by the look of it. Where the fuck are you getting suppressed from?
It's a dude on the right side of the bridge. Dead now.
I was gonna say, I'm looking down the left hand side, I can't see anything
We're
stopping me.
taking Bravo now.
Right, I just saw a shadow move, which either means he's...
Hustle
Here.
split you at Bravo. Watch it.
There's one of them. Right, who's up here? Was that you? That's you. Okay. So,
We're
Ian's
taking
up there.
Bravo now.
Jump down there.
Let's have a little look. Let's see here. Right, okay. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, be interesting to see what some of the stuff does. Some of the games we can play, some of the things we can do. So,
We got Bravo.
we have to have a little look. I'm told that Fred is thinking about getting the bundles going forward, potentially. So,
Be quite good.
that will be useful. I mean, I don't know if he's got fed up of Rocket League or what, but yeah, it's an odd one, really.
We have hostiles attacking Bravo. Hostiles coming into Bravo. Brace yourself.
I've got stuff all on fire, bits everywhere. Bloke in front of me. Fuck you.
Oh, what a day.
They set fire to the bit over there, man. I was aimed at no one in particular, just to launch it.
Whoa!
Oh yeah, buzz cut time. Oh, I got him. Oh shit. Okay.
Has been destroyed.
There we go. Oh, I'm getting shot at. Oh, got shot over there. So, win, lose, parcel file. I think I'm going to call this the last video of Insurgency for the day, or the last mission of Insurgency for the day for myself.
Yeah.
Those of you that aren't aware, we have played upwards of 900 hours on this game now. Approximately half of what we've done, but for reference, we have done half of that on, or I've done half of that on Rocket League, and have at a minimum played it on a Thursday and a Saturday for, well, it's probably going on 2 years now, I should think, for Rocket League. Well, it was. The coronavirus has kind of stopped that, because a couple of us got together and we used to play it. There's a bloke to your right.
Died.
Oh, got him. Oh, savage. Right around the corner and just dead. There's another bloke. There was a bloke behind you somewhere, because he's on that level. I know he's on that level because he shot me, and as you shot the guy, there he is. And there's no one there. Oh, so that's a bit, yeah, a little bit nasty. But there we go. Let's see what the news is on the worldwide. What's going on at the moment?
Good job.
Humble Bundle are doing stuff. Oh, here we are. RLCS 10. Okay, it looks like they've put Okay, so there's some changes to the Rocket League format. Apologies as I'm currently looking at this, so bear with me for a moment. So they're starting the next series in August. So we may get 2 weeks off. Or, yeah, 2 weeks. So if we're in week 15 now, yeah, possibly get 2 weeks off. I do wish they'd adjust the adjust it so that it'd actually miss some of the major holidays. In some ways, I mean, oh, can't shoot straight. So yeah, that was released. When was that released? That's literally just popped up into my inbox from RocketLeagueEsports.com. So the RLCS 10. So I'm actually going to stop this at the moment. We're going to switch over to full webcam. Going to come out of that, and I'm just going to read you what's on here. The Rocket League Championship Series, RLCS, it's now being RLCS X or RLCS 10, as I think it's probably going to be known. They're putting 4.5 million plus, so presumably it can go up if they get more sponsorship or other things going on. Into the prize pool, they're making sweeping changes to the league, so as of the start of the season, whenever that season is, it looks like it's 2020, so as of August, we have EU staggered with North America. There is some crossover between two leagues, but only in playtimes. So EU and North America are staggered in their start points, but they are going to play on the same days, with a couple of clear days either side. Then we have they put it down as major. I don't know what the major is. I assume that's like the semi-finals or something. That's going to happen in October. Then we have, I'm guessing, a short break, 2 weeks probably. November, mid-November, all the way through till February, ending with another major, and then another 2 week break, March on, and so on and so forth. With the Rocket League World Championship being held somewhere about late half of May next year to the early part of June. But it does mean that the next set of Rocket League games will start on almost immediately, basically. August 1st, it's, I mean, that's what it's looking like. That's assuming they didn't do any extensions or anything else. It's the one thing that has annoyed me no end has been the fact that it's just continual at the moment. Rocket League is just continually refreshing. It's gone. I think it's going to go pay to play soon. I get that feeling. Just from the way the marketing happens and the changes they're making, it's going to fall in line with the other things like Fortnite and that sort of stuff, from what I can see. Which kind of makes sense. It's what it's trying to do. It's what it's trying to be. It is what it kind of was designed to be, in that sense. But yeah, it's. I find it frustrating that it's been back-to-back seasons for a few, which has meant that anyone that was a professional player is basically going to have been screwed because they've had no downtime, which to me is a little bit harsh. I mean, maybe other people don't agree, but I think that's a little bit harsh myself. You got any thoughts, Ian?
No, I mean,
I mean, have you seen any of that?
no, maybe that's it.
Give me a few moments. I'll get the link up in front of me, and I will send you the link. Because it's always useful to know what's going on. Right, that's coming to you over the Discord channels. Oh, that's interesting. So apparently I switched audio inputs.
Ah.
It's redetected the rift. I don't know why it's redetected the rift. It redetected the rift. So I assume that something that was told never to update has decided to update again, that being the Oculus software. Because it doesn't seem to give two shits whether or not you're actually doing something at the time it decides to update. I've actually had it update halfway through me doing work.
Okay.
Yeah. And it literally goes, I'm having all your broadband. And you are stuck for somewhere between 10 minutes and 30 minutes while it does a download that seems to be metered at the other end.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Extremely annoying.
Very good. Yeah.
So yeah, there you go. That's the info they've just sent out, and they're bunged into my inbox.
Yeah.
I should be able to bring it up on screen for the people on chat as well. Let me just get that sorted, and we'll get you up on there. Oh, where the hell have they put that button? It has been a while. Bear with me, good people. Bear with me. Okay, so if I put this back here, so this is what we're seeing at the moment with the RCIS. We are about here. So we're over here in the corner, just off of their time format. It's going to be somewhere between the 1st and probably the 10th of August. I suspect it's going to be the dead start of August, with 2 to 3 weeks between October and November. According to that, anyway. Obviously, they haven't said this is the exact dates. They haven't put that out yet. Full. So they've got the full split in, which is where we're coming into. Each regional event will have 32 teams. Teams that earn the spot from RCL 9 will be auto invited to the regionals, bypassing online qualifiers. I don't know how many teams that actually leaves, so I don't know how many people have actually qualified prior to this, which is going to be interesting. World Championships, of course, that is now going to happen over here. That's happening in, well, looks like late half of May, early part of June, which they, for some reason, they just haven't put the June bit in here. They seem to be allergic to June, July. So, they've ignored those as 2 months. Potentially next year we are going to actually have a break, but I seriously doubt it. I seriously doubt they're going to have a June, July break and then restart it in August. So I think I can see where some of the teams, one of the complaints from the teams a while back, if you were paying attention to the to some of the bits that was going on, the teams were actually complaining online that they were basically suffering burnout. And it's one of the things that was in their letter, I believe. So they put in there, we're not happy, yada yada. If this is how they're treating them at the moment, and this is their upcoming calendar, I can kind of see why. Because at no point have you got downtime to actually say, actually have a break, actually take that, take that holiday, have that bit of a life that is not playing a Rocket League game. Because these guys, basically, like a lot of sportsmen, are doing stuff for their teams, for their sponsorship, probably in the excess of 8 hours a day. Would you agree with that, Ian?
Yeah.
I mean, they are sportsmen and women. I find it annoying that there aren't actually that many women playing the game as well, or at least appear to be.
No.
I don't know if that's because they're actually, I don't want to say hiding, but if they just decided to not say, hi,
Yeah.
I'm here. I mean, I get it. I do get it. I mean, we've seen it in massive online games where everyone's appearing as a bloke, and oddly enough, I do it when I'm playing a computer game online. One of the things I always do is I actually create a female character. Don't know why. Well, I do know why. I got fed up of looking at blokes' arses on my screen, because for some reason they always put you outside the character in a third-person view, looking right down at a pair of butt cheeks. I mean, there's digital butt cheeks, but if I've got to choose between male or female, my preference is female. Thank you very much. That's my preference. But I find it, interesting when some people, the first question they ask is, "Are you really a woman?" Well, we're playing a computer game, guy. There's nothing going on in game, and what relevance does that have to the ability to play a game? The answer is none. Stop being such a douche. Yeah. And I know a couple of friends that have put their picture on their Steam account, and they're female. And know both her and I know her fiance, and I know full well that she has had, say, unwelcome attention. That's the term I'm going to use. I mean, technically, it's just a bunch of idiots. They don't actually know how to go about talking to someone, male or female. I don't think they have that ability. I don't think they've learned to talk properly. I mean, it's just my opinion, but there we are. So let's just bring the collection online. Here we go. So unplayed games. So let's just share this with the chat so you guys can actually get an idea of what's going to be coming up, or the intention of what's coming up. I haven't actually decided yet how we want to do this. I know we were discussing it a while back, weren't we? We've not really got too far in doing it yet. Interestingly enough, Steam gives me some of the options, but it doesn't give me every option in Steam. That's depressing. Which is a bit annoying. Transform. Let's just get that in there like that. That's actually going to show something sensible. Probably not. Doesn't look like it. Looks like I can't actually show the Showed a bit on stream. I can't actually get it to give me the. I don't know if that's going to do it. No, that's not done it at all. It's a bit frustrating, really. To be fair, it doesn't give you half the options you really want. Maybe I'll just do that. There we are. Maybe that'll work. There we go. That'll work. So this is going to be part of what we're looking at going forward. I'm just going to set this up pretty briefly. There we go. So we've got a few games to go through up here. These are all the ones that are unplayed. Majority of them are not installed. See, there's a lovely list going there that we can go through. If there is a game that you think you want us to play that we have not played and we have not reviewed, do please tell us in comments, tell us on Twitter, tell us on Twitch. You can follow us, you can DM us on Twitch if you really want to. We have not switched that off as yet. I may do in the future if people take the do the usual trolling that happens, but well, it happens, so I'm not going to deny it happens. It does happen. We've had a little bit, but we haven't had a lot. So yeah, tell us what you think, let us know. We will try and achieve whatever we can to be inclusive of you guys. So we'll finish off the normal way we finish off. So it's goodbye from myself, it's goodbye from Ian.
Yeah, goodbye.
And we will see you tomorrow night for Rocket League. I don't think I'll be playing any more online tonight, but there we go. Bye for now.